Turkey Day. My bud Samantha Jen has got you covered with her must-try pies from across the country. Hey, Sam. How's it going?
Good. Thanks for having me back for season 2.
Oh my gosh. First off, of course, but also second, you're bringing pie to the studio?
Yes, I had to bring another good food because we've had like dumplings and pies and corn.
And corn,
like
I love
the last
corn.
time.
Yes.
But I wanted to ask you, do you remember your first pie experience?
Okay, I have like a scandalous thing to admit to you right now.
Whoa.
I did not like pie for a really long time. I know.
No way.
And I don't understand, because my mom says you put anything, and she means anything, in a crust and she'll eat it. Whereas, so I should love pie based on my genetics, but I don't know what it was. I liked the filling of pumpkin pie.
Okay.
For some reason, it wasn't until I was probably about like 16 that I started liking pie.
You're sweet 16, you're like, can I get pie, please?
Yeah, I was like, pie slaps. Yeah.
Well, my first pie experience also wasn't a round or traditional pie.
Okay.
It was actually like in a half moon shape because it was a Cornish pasty pie, which, traditional English pie, super popular in my family.
Yeah.
But it all started because my great-grandmother, she had 10 daughters.
Oh my gosh.
A little girl band at home.
Yeah.
And so she never had time to make dinner and dessert, so she stuck it all in one pie. So you can imagine like this half moon shape, and half of it was meat and potatoes, and the other half was apple. And you just package it all up and head on to work. And
absolutely genius. Someone yelled it in the audience, genius, and I think your grandma was the smartest person I've ever heard of. Yes.
I know, these are the life hacks I want in the family albums.
100%.
Because these are the things I'll need to know.
Okay, so today you brought 4 different pies. Different, not 2 pies in one.
Yes.
But we've got 4 different pies from all over the country. We got open face, we got double crust, we got hand pies, and we got a lattice style.
Yeah, I know. And autumn, honestly, is one of my favorite times of years to make pies.
It's
because
pie time.
it's like, it's hearty and it's warm and it's so fun.
Yeah.
So, but I thought, like, pies can be intimidating between sweet, savory, open, deep dish.
Yes.
So I wanted to show how anyone can DIY pie with all these different styles. I know, just wait. Yeah.
Okay.
So we're gonna start on the easy end of the spectrum with the open face.
Okay.
Now, the open face is typically where you'll find like your fruity pies, like your apples, your peaches, because it just has the bottom crust.
Okay.
I also like to describe them as like the convertible of desserts, because they've got the top down, the roof is open, they're loving life, they're driving through.
Yeah.
So I wanted to bring one from all the way in Calgary.
Okay, right on.
It's called Pie Plus Cafe.
Okay.
It's a restaurant that's been owned.
Calgary. Yeah.
Looks delicious.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and it's been owned by a family for 35 years. And I brought a pumpkin one for us to try, because you got to kick off with pumpkin for fun.
100%.
Yeah, and I also wanted to have a little bit of whipped cream on top. Can't go wrong with that.
I think we got some pocket nutmeg on here too. All right, okay, I'm gonna give this a taste.
It's so good. And so, yeah, they've got like tons and tons of flavors, but I wanted to start with pumpkin. Otherwise, I would have brought the Mary Berg.
Oh my gosh, that's a good pumpkin pie. Calgary,
It's got
get
like a
on
punch,
it.
too.
It's got a real punch. That is delicious. No, what's in there? Cloves. Yeah, we got some cloves. That's a good pumpkin pie.
It's so good.
Oh my gosh, okay. Now we are moving on to a double crust pie. We're going to Vancouver for this, right?
We are going to Vancouver, and we're climbing the little ladder of difficulty a little bit more, because you've got not just 1, but 2 slabs of dough to nail. You've got like the bottom crust, and you've got the top crust. And I feel like when you think about a double crust pie, you want that like flaky, buttery crust. Like, honestly, one of my favorite parts about eating a pie is the crust.
100%. Like, look at this flake on here. Are you kidding me? Like, it's like a chip of crust.
So this one is from Vancouver, and it's a place called the Pie Hole. And
great name.
The names are popping off.
Yeah.
But this one is a staple in the BC piescape, and it's actually owned by a woman named Janelle Parsons, who is known as the Canada's Queen Pie.
Oh, okay.
So the one that I wanted to bring is a delicious chicken pot pie.
Oh my
Another
gosh.
like Thanksgiving staple, I feel like, in pie season. And it's got like a creamy vegetable chicken filling. And I know, like, in a vegetarian world, you would love a chicken pot pie as well.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I keep being tempted by the chicken, but I'm just gonna look today. But I'm intrigued. Yeah.
I've got. Oh, okay.
That's a good one. Okay, cool. The crust, I can tell you, delicious.
I know. I wish I could just like cut it off here. And
100%. Just snack on that. All right, now we're moving into the world. This is my husband's favorite type of pie. We're going to Nova Scotia for a hand pie.
A hand pie. Yes.
We got some Nova Scotians in the audience today too.
We're doing coast to coast.
Yeah.
But I really like hand pies because not only are they really cute in size, it also means that you can have pie wherever, whenever you want, just on the go, ready to eat. And this place is in Nova Scotia, in Dartmouth, Nova Scotia.
Ah, right on.
And it's called the Humble Pie.
Oh, great name.
I know, and it's so cute. And what I love about portable hand pies too is that it's great for large gatherings. So that way when your aunt shows up with a measuring tape, because she wants the same size pie as the person beside her, you're like, actually you can have just this whole one.
Yeah, I love that.
Your aunt's happy.
It's like the cupcake of the pie world.
It is,
Everybody gets their own pie.
So the Humble Pie place, they actually have a New Zealand influenced menu.
Okay.
So they have like steak and cheese, spinach and feta. But this one that we're gonna have is a maple curry bean and pumpkin pie.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so it's got a pumpkin fluffy filling, and then it's got a sweet maple curry.
Okay.
I know, I think these ones are gonna be very...
I don't know why we have forks for these. These are hand pies. So
that is the #1 rule.
Cheers.
Yeah, cheers
Okay, let's
to
give
this
it a
one.
go. Okay. Whoa, that's a good pie. Look at the filling. Oh my gosh, that's a really good pie. I'm gonna keep this one in here. Oh, I'm moving it around too much. That filling is amazing. Okay, now we've had our dinner. We had our amuse bouche of pumpkin pie. We've had our dinner. This is amazing. Now we're moving on to the lattice crust.
Yes, and we've got the twist and lattice. And I think if I have to look at in terms of the scale of difficulty, this one's like expert level for myself. I have to feel pretty good about myself if I'm gonna make a twist and lattice pie.
100%.
But this one is actually a really beautiful and beneficial way of making pies because the holes in between the strips allow for that air to come through. So when you've got like a juicy, fruity filling, you don't have to worry about it exploding in your oven before the guests come here because that ventilation's working overtime.
I love that. And it's so pretty too. That's the thing. It's not just looks, it's function.
Yeah. So this one is from a place right here in Toronto.
Nice.
It's called Wanda's Pie in the Sky. And it's a really awesome place in Kensington Market. And they've got a ton of different flavors, but this one is a wild blueberry and apple pie. And it's just one of 9 options they have on their apple pie menu alone.
I'm sorry, they have 9 options on just apple pie?
Just apples. I know.
Wanda, you know what's up.
The sky is the limit.
Yeah.
With pies. Truly.
Yeah.
So you have to give us the verdict in terms of this one.
Okay, I'm very excited. The crust, the color on the crust looks absolutely amazing.
Yeah, and I appreciate the folding and everything.
Oh my gosh.
I know, we're pretty nice judges.
What is a good... Listen, the moral of the story, Canada really knows how to make one heck of a pie. That is amazing. From coast to coast, they've got it all. Samantha, so what is your favorite type of pie?
Oh my gosh, it's so hard. It's like asking your favorite kid.
I know.
But I'll stick to the double crust because if it's a double buttered crust too.
You're just a crust gal.
Yeah,
that's it. I love it. Samantha, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Such a pleasure. Hey, Mary here. What did you think? Drop your comments below and don't forget to like and subscribe for more of the good stuff.